Hello and welcome to our webinar, How to Make $500 to $3,500 a week working from anywhere without being a computer or internet technical wizard or anything like that. And my goal on this workshop is to give you as much valuable content as we possibly can in the next 20 minutes. It'll be a short workshop to give you a lot of valuable details and distinctions to support your journey and decision-making process on what path to success and prosperity is best for you and your family. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump right into it. Who is this for? Well, this is for retirees and baby boomers. This is for people wanting a second income, individuals looking for a new career or a major life change, and somebody or a family who wants more freedom and time to do what you want and play and spend it with family or away from family, and you enjoy being in control of your life and being your own boss instead of having what we call that typical JOB, which stands for just over broke, as a lot of us have heard. And if you stay on to the end of this 20-minute workshop, I actually have a free bonus for you that we valued at $500, which is wholesale, but it typically would cost over a couple $1,000s retail value that we're going to give you absolutely free if you want to get started. So stay to the end. It's going to be a really powerful, short but potent workshop. Now, what makes this webinar and this workshop different? Well, first of all, there's nothing for sale. We're not going to try to sell you something like on this video or on this webinar, first of all, as well as in what we call really our brand, and what we're about is simplicity, is really keeping things simple so that the average person can have an above average level of success, which is very, very powerful. And now, who are we? Who is the Millionaire Mentors Alliance? Well, first of all, we are an association, a global association of home-based business owners and online business owners and entrepreneurs that we're in business for ourselves, but we're not by ourselves. We're not working for some company. We're not some multi-level marketing pyramid company. We're not one of those network marketing companies with a downline of 50 or 1,000 people, or one of those types of, Amway networking deals. We are a direct marketing association and organization of part-time and full-time business owners that have decided to come together to work in a spirit of cooperation and harmony, helping one another succeed through a philosophy of mentorship. And also, the time is now. We talk about the timing is so important in any industry, but especially the home-based business industry. And right now, this year, if you look at the Washington Post, for example, we talk about how timing is so perfect with technology and all of that complicated computer stuff now being simplified so that technically, challenged people like myself, even we can do something like this without any computer background. And that simplicity, of course, comes from baby boomers. And the need for baby boomers that are looking to retire right now, according to the Washington Post, in a recent survey and article, stated that over 1,000 baby boomers retire every single day. Now, this is very, very important to the details of this workshop and to your success as well as your financial prosperity, because even chances are that 8 out of 10 of us that are on this webinar right now are actually baby boomers, like I am. You may or may not be. It's irrelevant, but there's an incredible opportunity because of baby boomers. Now, if you look at Investopedia, they actually stated that 30% of people at age 55 plus reported to have zero for their retirement savings. Is that astonishing? Oh my God, that's an additional 26% of people out of that 30% reported to have less than $50,000 saved for retirement. I should say on top of that 30%, an additional 26% had less than $50,000 that they actually had saved over a lifetime for their retirement. Now, that's just a mind-boggling statistic and incredibly important for and about our opportunity. Because, if we look at taking advantage in a good way, meaning there's an opportunity, wherever there's a problem, there's also an incredible opportunity to solve the problem and get paid very, very well for helping people solve their problem. That is what marketing is about in any industry, with any service or any product. And in any industry, there's what I call and what we call the hold hard way of actually marketing, especially a home-based business or an online business. And that, of course, was, doing that whole social media thing on Twitter and Fiddler and, the email marketing and sending emails and then doing stuff on Google and Yahoo and Bing and Kaching and Perpling and all those other things that were all over the place with the internet marketing stuff and the blogs and content marketing and SEO, search engine optimization stuff, they say. So you get to the top of Google and you had to be some kind of internet guru or expert, and only a couple of people in the world actually could make any real money doing that kind of stuff because it's so incredibly complicated and hard. And that's what it used to take to be successful working from home, or what we call working online. But there's actually a new way, and actually a very revolutionary and proven and documented way. And just be patient for a few minutes, and we'll definitely give you a lot of proof in just a few here. But there is a much, much easier way now, because, they say at the, height of sophistication, there is simplicity. And after trial and error of years and years and years of seeing what worked and what didn't work, we found one of the simplest and easiest approaches to success and prosperity in working from home and working online that we've put together here with the Millionaire Mentors Alliance. And what we've done now is we've actually put together a business in a box, much like an online franchise, or if you look at a Subway or a McDonald's or any of the major franchises that are around the world. They basically open up in a new city, and then they duplicate their franchise and their business, and then they duplicate another city and they duplicate another city. Well, we've done the exact same business model and created a business in a box. So from day one, when we get started, it's 99% all ready and all set up for us, so we don't have to be some technical guru or internet computer wizard to actually make money and make a good living from it. So I'm going to share with you now 3 secrets to making $500 to $3,500 a week working from home, especially with our opportunity here. And first of all, number 1 is going to be, is marketing to baby boomers. I'm going to talk about, a very key component, but marketing to baby boomers, as we saw, is an obvious niche in the marketplace. Now, you might want to market to other people, and that's okay too. You may not be a baby boomer yourself, but like I said, chances are, if you're watching this webinar and workshop, you're probably going to be a baby boomer that's 50 years old or older. And we've got people in our program, from their early 20s to their early 80s actually right now. But marketing to baby boomers is the biggest niche in the market for you to be successful in a very, very short amount of time. And secret number 1 is, focusing on the biggest pain and concern of the niche or the group of people that you're solving their problem, right? Now, that's marketing basics 101 in any product or any service, but really focusing on the biggest pain and concern. And when you do that, and this is what advertising is all about, it's rubbing and agitating the truth and rubbing a little bit of salt into the wound, because then you're kind of waking people up and saying, hey, folks, if you're listening to this workshop and webinar, you might not have very much money in the bank or have enough retirement savings, or maybe you would have some money in retirement savings, but you would like to multiply it and make more to have even more security or maybe more fun and really make a difference in somebody else's life and have a more fulfilling life by helping other people, which is really what our opportunity is all about. And we'll talk more about that. But agitating the truth and rubbing salt in the wound. Okay, we talked about that biggest concern just a little while ago of the baby boomer market was, hey, is that wake-up call of saying, hey, you probably could use a financial vehicle to make some more money, to increase your savings, to increase your security. And along with that, maybe enjoying your life even more if you're bored or retired, so you can make a difference in other people's lives and make some, extra money to help your favorite church or philanthropy or charity if you do have some kind of really strong financial security. But if we look at that financial need as the major need of most baby boomers around the world, we're seeing that we've got a global opportunity here, folks. You see, because then you can solve their pain and their problem. And that's exactly what this opportunity with the Millionaire Mentors Alliance is actually an opportunity for you to solve this biggest demographics problem globally. All right, see, people will have a pain. They've got some problem, right? And of course, this is where they're at. And then here is really where they want to be, which is, of course, in this industry of, working from home. Let's say it's a baby boomer market. They want more freedom, or they want more security, or more money. And some people, even if they've got money and a lot of security, they might be bored. They might say, listen, I want something to spend my time and make a difference and help other people in my part-time or spare time instead of being the doorman at Walmart or something like that. So there's a number of different outcomes that people want. And primarily in the baby boomer market, according to these truthful, and you can see these accurate statistics yourself, is that baby boomers need more financial security to have more freedom and have more savings in the bank. Well, there's a gap, obviously, between what they want and where they're at right now. Well, that gap gets filled up with this opportunity. Getting a chance for you to present this opportunity or have it in an automated presentation presented automatically for you is the vehicle for this huge demographic to get what they want and need with your help. Okay, let's go to secret number 2 is you need to have the right bait. Obviously, to attract any kind of fish and any kind of market, you need the right bait. And the bottom line is when you have, the right bait that fills the gap, you're obviously going to attract. Now, in this case, the baby boomer market is the fish that we're looking to attract. And having the right bait is really what you want to focus on. And having that right bait will definitely attract the right marketplace. Now, the right bait, of course, is something we're going to talk about in a minute, which is called proof. Proof of concept, not just hype, not a bunch of baloney, but real proof and documentation that you've actually got the goods, that you actually have a vehicle now that you can present to this baby boomer market with proof, unequivocally, with certainty and positivity that it works. And this is my question to you. What do you want? If you're taking notes right now, write it down right now. What do you want? Be specific. What are some of your goals? Is it financial security? Is it money? Is it freedom? Is it more travel? Is it that, motorhome? Is it just traveling internationally? Is it helping your church, your synagogue, or your charity organization? Whatever it might be for you, just write a couple of those things down right now. What is it that you personally want and want more of? Okay? Because one of the things we talked about a minute ago was this proof of a concept, right? Because we talked about that vehicle. And when you've got proof of concept that it does work, that your opportunity, that your vehicle for somebody to get what they want works, that's called proof of concept. Now, I'm not going to give you a bunch of testimonies. I'm sure you were expecting, me talking about all the success stories and all the videos and all the proof. We have a whole page filled of testimonies and people that we've interviewed in our organization. So I'm going to save you the time right here. Keep this presentation short. You can go to our results page and see plenty and plenty of proof and documentation and proof of concept that our opportunity absolutely works without a doubt. So you can look at and review that page, but that's typically the formula that you want to always apply. Now, one of the biggest challenges and probably the biggest concern that I see folks have, and you might have this concern yourself, is, can I do this one? I mean, maybe you've tried other opportunities before. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you're brand new with looking at this as the first one and maybe looking at other things versus this. Well, one of the things that I can tell you, which makes this incredibly different, is in its simplicity. That, like I said, there's nothing that really needs to be tested. It's proven, it's documented, and we've got a simple cookie cutter formula that was made for absolute beginners without any computer skills, without being technically sophisticated or being some kind of internet wizard or anything like that. This was made, this program, primarily for baby boomers, people that don't have computer skills like me, and that I'm kind of computer stupid, and that we want simplicity, but we also want something that's going to work. It has integrity, and it's got some documentation and proof that it works, as you can see, of course, on our results page. So really the truth is, and the question I should say, that we both have is, can I actually do this? And the answer is yes, absolutely. And, as a matter of fact, like I said, there's nothing for sale on this video. We actually require you to speak with one of, our members, one of our coaches and mentors, and talk with somebody first, to find out if, we want to work with you. This is obviously us interviewing, get a chance to meet and work and talk to each other. So we'd like to do a short interview and talk to you first to find out if you're a match for us to work with as well. But the answer is yes. Regardless of your background and lack of technical computer skills, you absolutely can do this one, like many, many of the people that you'll see on our results page. So secret number 3 of success, of really making a great living, part-time or full-time, working from home or anywhere for that matter, is leverage. The principle of leverage you absolutely have to have. And that principle is the ability to do a lot with very little effort. The ability of moving that big boulder with a small, this lever. Because we can't move it with our bare hands, but with a lever, with the right leverage, we can move a really heavy boulder. Well, this program, in many, many ways, is like this lever, where we can actually make, in a very, very short amount of time, without working 40 hours, 50 hours a week, some above average income that we're going to talk about in our actual payout structure. That leverage with this program is phenomenal. It's important for you to have in anything that you do, regardless of whether we work together or not. You need to have leverage. For example, you can sell $3,500 $100 products to make $3,500, right? Or you can sell one package and have one sale for $3,500. And guess what? It takes just as much effort to sell a $100 package as it does a $3,500 package. That is proven. That is absolutely guaranteed. So the leverage in selling something a little bit larger ticket, that is the secret of leverage in working from home and working online. Always focus on selling something that is a larger ticket item. See, because when you look at having a leverage, like within our program, you have the ability to make a minimum of $500 and upwards of $50,000 per sale. We are the only opportunity globally where you can make $50,000 per sale. Now that is leverage. So during our time here, wouldn't you agree it's been time well spent so far? As you can see, the pay plan is absolutely phenomenal. And now we can't cover everything, obviously, on a simple webinar. But like I mentioned earlier, we've got a free special offer so that you can get everything that you need to make a decision that we're going to share with you in just a few minutes, where you can actually talk with us on the phone and ask all of your questions and have all of your questions answered absolutely free. We're going to give you a free consultation. Because right now, you've got a choice. And the choice is either, to get help or to not, to, be stuck cruising around the internet. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see people is trying to figure all of this out on their own. They rationalize that they're smart enough to learn and to implement all of these things and information, all by themselves. Because you can get more money sometimes and stuff, but you can't get that precious commodity. You can't get more time. And the smartest investment that you actually can make is in someone that will accelerate your progress and hold your hand along this path. And a mentor brings you great ideas and accountability to implement them. A great mentor will identify your unconscious and limiting patterns sometimes that might be holding you back and help you shift them fast. A great mentor will also bring together a group of people working towards the same goal. And this multiplies the effectiveness exponentially. And it would have saved me years of failure and trying to, piece things together and a whole ton of money if I had a mentor, because getting mentored by someone who has already achieved what you want to get and has a proven process that you can, actually replicate, that's important. And if I had to do it all over again, I would go out and get a mentor and a coach and someone that would hold my hand from day one. So if you're the sum of the people who you surround yourself with, then you need to surround yourself with other successful people doing what you want to do and a mentor to guide you along the way. And if you think any one of your favorite heroes, just think about them, or the people that you've looked up to, they had someone there to help them get to the next level. So you've got two paths that you can choose right now. You can go it alone and spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to figure this stuff out, wasting a bunch of money. Or, you could also be getting frustrated and wasting that one precious thing that you can't get more of, right? Your time. But if you're smart and you decide to work with us, here is what you're in for in terms of results and speed of accomplishment. And here's a rough timeline for new members. In the first week, closely working with your mentor and your team, you're going to have your business system completely set up and dialed in, fully customized with your name, your picture, your information, ready for you to start making enrollments and making sales. And within the second week, you will have your lead generation system already set up in place, bringing you high quality leads. And, a rough timeline for progress also continues with, we have already completed, like I said, 99% of this entire marketing system. As I said, there's a business in a box all set up for you. This takes work, but we make it as fast and as efficient as possible. And whether you're, established and maybe you've worked, from home, or you've worked in other opportunities in the past, or you're brand new, just as your very, very first week starting to work from home or work online, and this is your first venture, our process has been proven to work, as you can see from our results and our video testimonies and our proof, regardless of your age, gender, or your experience or your lack of it. So this is an end-to-end system, literally everything you need to immediately make more high-end leverage sales to make the most amount of income as quickly as possible for you and your family. So if you want fast results and traction in your own home base or online business, and you're sick and tired of watching everybody else become successful, then let's talk. See, over the next 4 days, we've set aside some time to talk to see if we can actually help you. Now, we're going to talk for roughly 45 minutes, and we're going to map out an exact action plan for you to follow, whether you're part-time or looking for something full-time, so that we can help you add $2, $5, or $10,000 to $50,000 a month, depending on your personal goals, to your income with a realistic roadmap. All right, this call that we do will probably be the most valuable 45 minutes that you spend working on your income and your retirement or your business this year. Okay? And again, we'd like to offer this free consultation call to you with zero charge and zero obligation. But who is this for? This is for anyone who knows that they can follow a process and implement feedback and take the ball and run with it. Anyone tired of getting information and stuff but not getting the real results that they want. This is for anyone who has or wants to market a high ticket, a more leveraged offer in their business while avoiding a lot of mistakes that it took us to actually create this automated system. But this is not for, who this is not for, people who want to think about taking action someday and they are in procrastination mode. This is not for people who blame everything and everyone else for their own failure and results or lack of results. This is not for people who want to reinvent the wheel and who don't follow instructions. This is not for anyone not committed to putting in some elbow grease. This is not get rich quick. This isn't something where you're going to make $100,000 in just, 48 hours and crazy overnight promises. This does take work, folks, and this does take some elbow grease. So we need you to put in your effort as well. And this is not for anyone who's not hungry to hit, the 5-figure a month mark. Okay. And also it's not for anyone who does not feel like they're actually worth it. So what are your business and income goals for yourself, part-time or full-time, in the next 12 months? Write down a number right now. Write it down on a piece of paper, whether you got a scratch little envelope or you got notes taken out. What is your income goal for the next 12 months? Write it down right now so that you can talk to the actual mentor and coach that you're going to set your appointment with to do your free consultation. We're going to talk about that goal. So right now, click the button lower on the page where it says, contact us now or call now and schedule a time to speak with the coach or the mentor that you went to their website, you obviously answered a piece of their advertising or were referred to them by somebody. So you can schedule your absolutely free, zero obligation, 45-minute free consultation. So go ahead and do that right now. Please review the rest of the website. Like I said, there's nothing for sale on this actual workshop and webinar. We'd like you to review the information on the website. Please watch the video tutorials as well as schedule your call right now to get your 45-minute free consultation. And we'll talk to you soon. Have an incredibly blessed and prosperous day. Take care.